What if I told you that one of the best pieces of exercise equipment for your heart, your bones, your balance, your coordination, and even your brain might already be sitting in your garage? And it probably costs less than $20. I'm talking about something most of us haven't touched since we were kids: the jump rope. I'm Dr. Sean Edwards, and as I get older, I'm becoming increasingly interested in exercises that don't just build muscle or burn calories, but actually help us maintain the physical abilities we need to stay active and independent. And that's why I think jumping rope deserves another look. Most people think of jumping rope as either something children do on a playground or something boxers do in a gym. But biomechanically, there's a lot more happening here than you might realize. First, let's start with your cardiovascular system. Jumping rope can elevate your heart rate remarkably quickly because you're continuously moving a large portion of your body. That means you can get a substantial cardiovascular challenge in a relatively short period of time. For those of us with busy schedules, that's a huge advantage. You don't necessarily need an hour. Even short intervals of jumping followed by recovery can provide a challenging workout. But here's where this exercise becomes especially interesting as we get older. Look at what's happening at the feet. The human foot contains 26 bones along with a complex network of muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Your foot wasn't designed to be a stiff platform. It was designed to absorb force, adapt to the ground, and then act almost like a spring to propel you forward. Every time you land and take off with a jump rope, you're challenging the muscles of your feet and ankles while simultaneously training your balance and proprioception, your body's awareness of where it is in space. And that's important because foot and toe strength tend to decline with age, and poorer toe flexor strength has been associated with an increased risk of falling in older adults. So we're not simply burning calories here. We're training the foundation that supports everything above it. And then there's another benefit that's extremely important as we age. Our bones need loading too. Resistance training is wonderful for our bones, but appropriately performed impact activities also provide mechanical loading that can help stimulate and maintain bone strength. Now look farther up the body. Your calves, quadriceps, and glutes are repeatedly absorbing and producing force. Your abdominal muscles are stabilizing your trunk. Your shoulders and arms are controlling the rope. Your entire body has to synchronize the movement. And that brings us to one of my favorite benefits: coordination. Think about what your brain has to accomplish. Your hands have to rotate the rope at exactly the right speed, while your feet leave the ground at exactly the right moment. Your eyes, ears, arms, legs, balance system, and brain all have to communicate continuously. If your timing is off, the rope gives you immediate feedback. You trip over it. And strangely enough, that's part of what makes the exercise so valuable. You're not simply moving your muscles. You're practicing rhythm, timing, balance, and motor control simultaneously. Now, if you're over 50 and you haven't jumped rope in 30 years, please don't grab a rope and try to jump continuously for 10 minutes tomorrow morning. Start where your body is today. You can begin without a rope. Simply practice small, gentle 2-foot hops in place for 10 or 20 seconds. Keep the jumps low. You only need enough clearance for an imaginary rope to pass underneath your feet. If that feels comfortable, introduce the rope and practice short intervals, maybe 20 to 30 seconds of jumping followed by recovery. As your coordination and conditioning improve, you can gradually increase the duration or progress to alternating feet or a boxer-style step. And if jumping isn't appropriate for your joints, balance, bone health, or current medical condition, there are lower-impact ways to train many of these same qualities. You don't need to force an exercise that isn't right for you. The goal isn't to become a competitive jump roper. The goal is to preserve the abilities that tend to disappear when we stop using them: quickness, coordination, balance, cardiovascular fitness, and the ability to safely absorb and produce force. That's what longevity training means to me. It's not simply adding years to your life. It's maintaining the physical capacity to actually enjoy those years. So maybe it's time to look through your garage, find that old jump rope, and remember something your body learned a long time ago. Sometimes one of the best exercises for your future is one you learned as a child. Doctors' Wellness Works. Posture, mobility, longevity.